We all have experienced the force of gravity. It is what happens to you when you jump into the air. Disappointingly for anyone with ambitions to be Supergirl or Superman, we tend to fall right back down to the ground. But what if we could just switch gravity off? And what if we could double it? Gravity or gravitation is a natural phenomenon by which all things with mass or energy, including planets, stars, galaxies, and even light, are brought towards one another. On Earth, gravity gives weight to physical objects, and the moon's gravity causes ocean tides. What will happen if there is no gravity? Let's ignore the physics and imagine that one day the planet's gravity is turned off, and suddenly there is no force of gravity on planet Earth. This would turn out to be a pretty bad day. We depend on gravity to hold so many things down: cars, people, furniture, pencils and papers on your desk, and so on. Everything not stuck in place would suddenly have no reason to stay down. It would start floating. But it's not just furniture and like that would start to float. Two of the more important things held on the ground by gravity are the atmosphere and the water in the oceans, lakes and rivers. Because of the lack of gravity, moon is going to disappear, which will eventually cause the disappearance of lakes, oceans, and all water. Earth itself would most likely break apart into chunks and float off into space. But what will happen if the gravity is doubled? So, stronger the gravity, harsher the life. Breathing will be hard, blood pressure will increase, nature is going to react like the heaviest and strong trees, and mountains are going to collapse. Satellites will break down to the earth because they will no longer have any orbital velocity to rotate. Bridges, planes, buildings, everything will collapse. Stronger gravity will increase pressure on Earth's core, which will cause the activation of volcanoes, which are deactivated for a long time. It is also possible the Earth will be merged to its own core. Earth will create its own new orbital velocity closer to Sun, or maybe engulfed by the Sun. Gravity is the only one that is truly a household name, which is perhaps why we are so fascinated by ideas like anti-gravity and why the discovery of gravitational waves is so exciting, even if it never touches any of our lives directly.